They've tried the like asking nicely, you know, like, please drive slower, please be courteous, drive like you live here. But kind of like we were saying in the last week, like it really doesn't seem to be working, and it seems like we really have to put in like real changes to our roads to make them places where people really just can't go fast. I've had people visit before and they don't know about greenways. They've been to cities where like they have those indicators on the roads, but it's just like, we want bikes over there, please. But in Portland, it's a little more different. It's like, it's not, we just want to get rid of bikes off the streets, the main streets, to not, so car drivers are not bothered. It's like, no, we've created this space for you. So I usually call them like the powerhouse of Portland bike infrastructure. If you look at Google Maps for like bicycle stuff, you might look at it and be like, oh, Portland doesn't look like a great bike city, because usually you're looking for those like solid green, there's like solid green lines that's like, oh, primo bike infrastructure. But if you look at greenways, it's just like dotted lines. It's kind of like wishy-washy, but it doesn't fully convey this like the added safety, the like metrics the city uses to determine like if they need to add more treatments, whatever they call them, to slow down traffic. And the fact that they're like, you know, you can show people like, look, these are like every 10 blocks at the most, you'll always like find one. They've got great signage to point you wherever you're trying to get to. Very much like the powerhouse. It's amazing that you can go all the way from St. John's to Lentz on greenways and bike paths uninterrupted. For me, who does everything on a bicycle, it's like fun, but also like convenient and safe, because they're widespread, and I know them. I know there will always be one anywhere I go in the city. So it's a really great resource, and I always know that I can, no matter which direction I go, I'm going to run into one, and I'll be able to like navigate from there in a way that is relatively calm and relatively safe. You know, they're not perfect, but they're a pretty incredible commitment that Kobalt has made to the city, like at least ideologically, for us. And you know, especially in the summer, it's not just for like cyclists. Like everybody's out on the streets, in the greenways, like walking their dogs, or their kids are riding. Kids ride to school on the greenways. They know it's going to be a place that's okay for them to get where they need to go to. They're like the roads of the people, I guess. Like I'll just run into friends. Like honestly, like right on the way here today, I was just turning onto the greenway right here, and there was a friend, and it was like we had like a 45-minute chat, I think, just standing there on our bikes. And it was like, it was their birthday, they made pizza, they had pizza recently, and it's just like nice to like see their face and catch up. And that's such a common occurrence to just see people out and about. I think they could be safer. I mean, they are, like, ideologically, the city is like committed to greenways, and Kobalt is creating more greenways, and they do have some like strategies they use. You can see them in different places to kind of keep cars out and make sure that it's oriented towards people. People who are driving don't necessarily think like, this is not for me, I should go to a different place. This is for, you know, these type of people who are out like recreating or commuting, kind of like you would for like, you know, if there was like a BIPOC event, you know, you're like, okay, that's a space for them to feel safe and comfortable. I feel like greenways should have that mentality more broadly in the city. Like, okay, that's a space for people walking, biking, roller skating, skateboarding. And then, you know, we drivers, if I were a driver, we have all the other roads. Even on greenways, you'll see drivers doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And so I feel like it would be one of the imperfections is that we just don't have enough tools on the greenways themselves to keep people off. You see down the street on Ankeny here, like crossing 20th, there's kind of some cement with places that are just wide enough for like bikes to go through. I like those like blinky lights. It's like kind of a lot, but on some of the roads it's just like so chaotic with drivers that really I feel like having an extra signal is good. But really, I love this sieve concept. Like we let the good things through, the people, good. I don't want to like be up here with, pedestrianism. We're all doing our best, but letting the things through that we want to encourage on this road and kind of guiding the others off. So much of cycling and being a pedestrian is psychological. Like people need to feel like if they go out there, like people want to be outside, especially in Oregon. People need to feel low stress when they're doing these things because it really is intimidating to have, a car fly by you or buzz you as you're just trying to go get groceries or something, or you're riding with your kids. It's like you want to go out on the greenway with your kids, and you're like, doesn't really feel that safe. Like you're not going to go on Hawthorne, but if the greenway feels the same way, you're not going to go on the greenway either. You'll just stay home or take the car.